Dear students, good morning to all. Now we will going to discuss about the basic biology for botany, plant physiology. Okay, what is plant physiology? The three main process: photosynthesis, respiration, and transpiration. Okay, listen. Photosynthesis, respiration, photosynthesis. How a plant grows. Listen. Water have contains nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, calcium and other elements. Okay. Then carbon dioxide plus water and sun plus chlorophyll enter the oxygen. Then the oxygen break down into energy released water, carbon dioxide. Okay. Then what is plant physiology? Definition in Greek: physics, nature and logos. Um, Discourse on the nature of plants. Definition: science of how plants develop, grow and respond to their environment at the cellular and biochemical level. Listen, plant physiology is the study of function occurring in plants, the vital process occurring in plants, how plants work. Then, plant physiology is a study of the plant way of life. Okay, listen. Plant physiology is a lab science. Plant physiology is a lab science. Plant physiology is an experimental science. Plant physiology relies heavily on chemistry and physics. Okay, listen, students. Cell wall. Okay, now I explain cell wall. What is cell wall? The cell is covered by the wall. That is a cell wall. The cell wall is a tough, flexible, but sometimes fairly rich layer that surrounds the cell. That is a cell. Then cell membrane. The located outside the cell membrane and provides these cells structural support and protections. In addition to acting as filtering mechanism. Then a major function of the cell wall is to act as a pressure level, preventing over explosions when water enters the cell. Cell membrane also known as plasma membrane or cytoplasmic membrane. Cell membrane is a biological membrane that separates the interior of all cells from outside the environment. Then cell membrane is selectively permeable to ions and organic molecules and controls the movement. Cell membranes are involved in a variety of cellular processes such as cell additions, ion conductivity, that's the several. Okay. Next, nucleus. What is nucleus? In cell biology, the nucleus is a membrane. The nucleus is a membrane enclose the organelle found in eukaryotic cells. What is mean by eukaryotic cells? Prokaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells means the presence of nucleus. That is a eukaryotic cells. The organism has multiple long linear DNA molecules in complex with a large variety of proteins such as histones to form chromosomes. The function of nucleus is to maintain the integrity of these genes and to control the activities of the cell by regulating gene expression. That is a gene expression. Next, students, chloroplast. What is chloroplast? Chloroplasts are organelles, specialized subunits in plant and algal cells. Their main role is to conduct to photosynthesis. The main role is to conduct to photosynthesis. A chloroplast is one of three types. Plastid, characterized by its high concentration of chlorophyll. Then, types of growth classified by developmental stages: primary growth, secondary growth. First, primary growth. Primary growth: apical meristems extend roots and shoots by giving rise to the primary plant body. Secondary growth: lateral meristems add girth by producing secondary vascular tissues and preterm. Listen, there are the types of growth and development: vegetative phase, carbohydrate utilization, reproductive phase. Vegetative phase and reproductive phase, there are the two phases. First, vegetative phase: from seed germination through growth of primary supportive structure. Three important processes. What are the three important processes? Cell division, cell enlargement, cell differentiation. Okay, for initial stage, cell divisions. What is the cell divisions? Mitosis and meiosis. Cell divisions: one cell to divided into many cells to produce multi cells. That is the cell divisions. This enlargement means what? The increasing in the size. That is the enlargement. Then differentiation. What is meant by differentiations? One cells to another cells compassed with the main difference. That is a differentiation. Okay, vegetative phase. Then reproductive phase or growth phase. Reproductive phase, another name growth phase. Maturation of tissues manufactured during vegetative phase. Production of growth regulators. Development of flower buds, flowers, fruits and seeds, or the development of storage organs. Relatively little cell divisions occurs. Most of the carbohydrates are accumulated in fruits, seed or storage organs. Okay, listen students, there are the 6 plant processes that affect growth with, listen, photosynthesis, respiration, absorption, transpiration, translocation, then reproductions. So there are the 6 plant process. Okay, listen students, growth phase. What does mean by growth phase? Photosynthesis, creating carbohydrates, the stored energy. The carbohydrates store energy from carbon dioxide plus water plus sunlight in the presence of chlorophyll. Then respirations. What is the respiration in plants? An energy releasing reactions, chemical energy originating through photosynthesis is used to growth and development. Okay, then net photosynthesis, total photosynthesis minus total respiration, increasing the total photosynthesis or describing the respiration. Okay, listen, germination and seedling development in bean. Germination and seedling development in bean. Listen students, see the picture. Soil line, cytokinin, the seed coat, listen, cotyledons, epicotyl, hypocotyl. This process is a seed germination. Okay, listen, the loss of water is called transpiration. The loss of water is called transpirations. The stomata is the main functions, transpirations to water. Its mainly functions transpirations to water. Okay, next is xylem structure. This is a xylem, students, listen. The xylem, what is the main function of xylem? The xylem conduct to water. That is the main function of xylem. Okay, elongated line tubes are arranged end to end, non-living cells. Rich structures which witness low pressure, the pressure lower than atmospheric. One way movement. Next, phloem structure. That is a tube cells. Phloem to conduct the food. Phloem to conduct the food. Xylem to conduct water. Okay. What is the main function of? What is the main differentiate function of xylem and phloem? Okay. What is the main differentiate functions of xylem and phloem? Listen. Xylem is to conduct the water. Okay, the plants to conduct the water, that is the xylem. Then phloem to conduct the food. Okay, okay, listen. Tube cells, listen. Phloem structure, tube cells, C plates, companion cells, two-way movement, reduced cytoplasm, no nucleus. Listen, students. Male reproductive organ. This is a flower. Male reproductive organ, anther, then filament. Anther and filament are the male reproductive organ. Don't forget, students. Male reproductive organs, anther and filament is a reproductive male reproductive organ. Then female reproductive organ. Listen, stigma and style. Stigma and style also female reproductive organ. Don't forget, students. Male reproductive organ, female reproductive organ. Female reproductive organ, stigma and style. Then ovary, ovule. Female reproductive organ. Okay, listen, students. Plant cells. The basic functional and structural building block of living things. That is a plant cell. Okay. Listen. A cluster of water conducting cells in a pine, stem, plants and other complex multicellular organisms are composed of billions of even trillions of the cells. Next, photosynthesis. What is meant by photosynthesis? Biological process that includes capture of light energy and its transformations into chemical energy of organic molecules that are manufactured from carbon dioxide and water. There is a photosynthesis process. Listen, students. Chlorophyll, light, water, carbon dioxide, then give out of air converted into starch. The starch stored food in other parts of the plant turns iodine and dark blue. Okay, that is the process of photosynthesis. Then cellular respirations. What is meant by cellular respiration? The cellular process in which energy of organic molecules is released for biological work. All living things get the energy they need to live from a chemical reactions called respiration. This process needs to glucose as a straining point. Then respiration and photosynthesis are opposites. Listen, photosynthesis 6CO2 plus H2O energy, 6 C6H12O6 glucose. Okay, aerobic respirations, anaerobic respiration and aerobic respiration. Listen, students. Normally, the plant breathing, photosynthesis process, then oxygen respiration, correlating the carbon dioxide. That's all, students.